Do you hear me? With Unico Williams. That's right, it's your boy. Oh, I'm so happy to be back on a Thursday. You know, my favorite day of the week. Why? Well, I was born on a Thursday. So happy to be back. It's an even more special Thursday because NBA basketball is back. I mean, you know, we've had the scrimmages the last couple of weeks, or last week or so, and we had all the bubble drama and all that. But now we playing games that count for something, and I'm so excited. I was excited. So we are at halftime right now. Speaking of which, of the Jazz versus Pelicans game, and so far, I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of both teams. I think both teams are very dangerous. What most important is the beginning. So this is the first game. Everybody in the world basically is tuned in because sports is back, especially one of the most popular ones. I'm going to find it hard pressed for NFL to have that first matchup be the one, because that's what you got to do. But the NBA could have just gave us any team that's in this bubble, and it was going to get the reaction that it got. I was very excited, but the one of the best things about it was the fact that everybody took a knee. Everybody. Wasn't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Like I said, it's freedom of speech. If there's people that don't want to take a knee for different reasons, if you will, it is what it is. We shouldn't vilify them. I get that. Everybody took a knee. And that was special to see. They are using their platform in the way that we figured that they would. And, you know, I'm looking at the back of the jerseys. I was actually kind of intrigued to see. They may have been doing it in a scrimmage play, but I wasn't really paying attention at that point. I was just watching the ball go in. But today it resonated within me to actually pay attention to the back of the jersey, see what each person said. And for instance, Mike Conley, he had "I am a man" on the back of his jersey. That statement alone can mean so many different things. It's powerful in itself to just read, because, you know, you think about that. You hear the "I'm a man" all the time in so many different contexts, and some people can take it into a context where it could be like, oh, so what you mean about women? It's saying something about, to me, it's saying something about the black man and how we constantly are downtrodden. And, you know, that's not to say anything about, everybody has their own thing. I'm just saying how that identifies with me, how sometimes we have to take the harder and more difficult road to get where we want to go, and we have to placate to people in ways that we really don't want to. But that's what that meant to me, and it brought that ideal notion to the forefront. I actually had to think about it and how I really feel about that phrase. So that was dope, because I didn't think about it. I think that was the point. Also, I saw Joe Ingles, and he's from Australia, and the back of his jersey says "ally." That's powerful in itself as well, because a lot of these people, in a sense, the infrastructure, the structure that people are attacking is the wealthy white man, if you will, the wealthy white man. And for him to say, "I'm an ally that's standing with the people that are being oppressed," that's powerful in itself. And if you know anything about Australia, it doesn't have the greatest history. You know, shout out to the Aborigines people and what happened to them, and they went through it too, in a sense, in their own way. A lot like the Native Americans, if you will. But yeah, they went through their own struggle, and, you know, it's kind of cool to see some of the ancestors of those people stepping up and saying, what happened wasn't right, how can we make it better? So that was dope. Some insight into what I'm seeing into this basketball game. You're going to have to watch it on my other show, The Bubble, with Ian Thomas. Y'all going to have to watch my other show if you want to see the basketball. You know, I know the game. I know the game. So you gotta watch that show too. I'm everywhere. You gotta watch all that. You gotta watch. If I pull up, if you see me on a link, you gotta pull up and see what I'm talking about. I could be talking about anything. But you know how we do on my show. We're going to talk. We're going to do what I want to do when I want to do it. Do you hear me? But the basis and premise of this show, today is Thursday, July 30th. And tomorrow, July 31st, is the start of Stop the Violence Weekend. It was so cool to see in my Snap stories today, in my memories, if you will, 4 years ago. I'm saying this is the first annual Stop the Violence basketball tournament. This weekend marks the 5th one. Clap that up. Clap that up. Big ups to Raz. Big ups to Kurt Jernigan, if you will. Big ups to Raz. Big ups to Justin Darden. Juice, if you will. To keep this thing going and to do it every year, that's special. Consistency is everything. And that's something I've learned in my journey. And there were some times that I didn't know what I was doing, but I did know that I was going to be hosting Stop the Violence tournament. I knew that I'd be hosting the Black History Month game, All-Star game, community All-Star game. I knew that those were things that I was going to do. If I didn't do nothing else using my talent, I knew that I would be doing those events. So here we are, 5 years in a row. One more time, clap that up. Yes, sir. So it all starts off tomorrow at 11 a.m. This was kind of short notice. I just found out about it, or I would have said it on my other show. On the other show I did the other day for our bonus episode. And I'll explain the bonus and special episodes later. So they're doing a middle school classic. This is the first annual middle school classic. So expect for there to be more. So any elementary students out there, if you got kids that are in elementary school, this is the tournament you want to be in. This is the one you want to strive to be in. This is where you start making your name. In my day, when I was a kid, going to McCullough Park in elementary school, even if we had to wait until all the big kids got off the court and we play our own game, it was all about playing under the lights at McCullough Park. It was all about getting around at McCullough Park, playing 5-on-5, playing real basketball. And as you got older, the wait got a lot shorter for you to play on the court. So a lot of the youth out there, it's a big deal to play at McCullough Park. It really is. It says a lot about you. Now they might let me get around in a pickup game just for GP, just because I'm OG now. But if you get to play that under the lights and it's a full park, you big business. It means a lot. So I want y'all to. So it starts at 11 o'clock, and there's gonna be some good basketball. These are the next upcoming stars in the 765 area. They'll be playing against the Marions of the world, or they may be playing against Selma, or they'll be playing against all these different teams. Monroe Central, you might be playing for them, but McCullough Park, historical McCullough Park, that's a proving ground. So it starts at 11 o'clock. So after that gets going, we're gonna have the Muncie Central versus Southside alumni game. That starts at 9 o'clock. That's tip off at 9 after they crown the champion. I should be there around that time. I should be pulling up probably around the time of the championship game for the middle school squad. But definitely I want y'all to be there all day. Show out for them kids. Show out. They need y'all. But I'll be up there around that time in the evening around 6, 7 o'clock. But the game starts at 9 o'clock for the alumni game. Again, I got Central winning, hands down. They won last year. Then after that, the rest of the weekend, we got, I believe, a round robin tournament, double elimination. We going in. It's just like that. You got a ball. And I love the roster, like not the rosters, but the brackets every year. There's always some kind of controversy or something. I don't keep up with it. I don't know. We got my man Devin in control of it. It makes sense to him, so it makes sense to me, and it's always been right. But it's always been interesting how the brackets are put together. I've always enjoyed it. They have a crack team of scientists that put these brackets together, and I enjoy watching it. It's fun. It's fun. The whole weekend is fun. Then obviously after Saturday, there might even be an elimination. We always got a Saturday night special. It might be where the bracket get a little dicey, but we always got that Saturday night showcase. Saturday night showcase is always off the chain. It's either, you got a Crosstown versus Muncie thing or a Muncie versus Anderson rematch of last year. You might have Richmond in there. It might be a limit. Crazy. It's the Saturday night showcase is always crazy. So I've enjoyed the Saturday night showcase, and then we get down to it. As soon as we wake up on Sunday and get our lives together, and after some folk get out of church, somebody getting eliminated. If you lose, you're going home. Get used to me saying that all weekend. If you lose, you're going home. That's just it. That's just like my presidential prediction. Whoever get the most votes, going straight to the White House. That's what it is. That's what it is on Sunday. As soon as we walk up in that thing, somebody getting eliminated. In the next game, somebody getting eliminated till we get to that championship game. Last year, I appreciate the flexibility that we had going into that. I'm going to tell you like this. I didn't make no moves. I just ran my mouth and tried to just keep things as organized as I can and keep people informed about what's going on. Mother Nature got the best of us. It was a hot weekend. Child, it was hot. And somebody whispered to me, they said, Solo. That's what they called me back in the hood. We call me Unico Williams now. That's my professional name. But they whispered to me, they said, Solo, we going to the Boys and Girls Club. We're going to finish out there. And we packed that gym, and we crowned the champion. Richmond got it. So that's what's on the line. Richmond, I'm sure they'll be back this year. We got Richmond. I'm sure they're going to defend their championship. And I'm sure that Team Death Row got something to say about that. After they came back, they played about 2 games in a row in order to get to that situation where they got into that final game against Richmond and they just couldn't pull it out. So, but it was fun. And this year's going to be even better. By this time, we got real rivalries coming up, and we got some youngsters that don't nobody know about, where they played like last year or the year before, and they got more, experience under their belt. So, with that being said, folks is 1 year older. And this is going to be a good weekend. I'm going to have us out there laughing and clowning. We're going to do that. We're going to laugh and clown. But more than anything, I want us to keep in mind this, because it's different. We can enjoy ourselves, but let's be smart. Safety has to come first. If you got a mask and you all up close to folk and you shaking up and doing all that stuff, had a mask on, you're gonna have to do that, because it's law at this point. If you're in a situation where you can't social distance, you have to have your mask on. Okay, so keep that in mind, because you know how they are, and I ain't gonna say who they is, but you know how they are. And if it's a gathering of folk that's breaking the law, it could be real easy for this weekend to be cut short, and we don't want that. So 100% be safe, be smart, man. We got to be safe. Social distance as much as you can. You can talk to your partner 6 feet away. You can talk to him, you still hear him. So do the best you can. Wear your mask. I know it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but we got to be safe right now. We have to be safe. So keep that in mind as we go into this weekend. We're going to have a very good weekend. I'm excited for it. And Raz, you did it again. That's why I can't wait to say on Sunday. Now, going forward with the rest of how I'm going to come to y'all this weekend, obviously I'm going to have some footage and stuff from the actual event. And I'm going to do some recaps. I'm going to do some recaps. And I'm going to do some impromptu shows in between. But that's how we're going to do. The rest of it's going to be specials. It's not going to be under the Unico Williams moniker, if you will, the Do You Hear Me episode arc. It's going to be its own arc. It's going to be straight up Stop the Violence special. That's what it is. Day 1, Day 2, Championship Sunday, all that is going to be named appropriately. But that's how I'm coming to y'all. So I'm coming to you. I'm telling you, I'm working harder than Stephen A. Smith out here. I'm telling you, and I got a couple other shows to do in between time. I'm not playing around. But with that being said, again, be safe. Pay attention to me. I'm your spokesperson for anything you need to know. Holler at me. I'm going to let you know what we need to do. So with that being said, we're going to get back to the second half of the Jazz versus Pelicans game. I love y'all. Can't wait to see y'all. Can't wait to fellowship. Can't wait to feel all the love that y'all always show. But this is Do You Hear Me? With Nico Williams. I holla.